What's going on, guys? This is Brian with the RK Outpost, and leave it to CW and the Arrowverse to put a smile on our faces in 2020, just like they did last month when they gave us that reveal of Black Batwoman, which set the internet on fire for all of the wrong reasons because it looked so absolutely ridiculous. We now have official look at Javicia Leslie as Ryan Wilder in her Batsuit, the one that is specifically made for her. It's not good enough that it's made for a woman, it has to be made for a black woman. That's literally what they said and what they're giving us. Take a look at this. The CW reveals first look at Javicia Leslie in redesigned Batwoman suit. And here you see her with a flowing afro with red highlights in her hair. The new wig that they're going to give her. Now, keep in mind, there's not a high standard. Think about what they gave us the first time, right? This is what they showed us the first time with her in the Kate Kane outfit with the resting bitch face. I'm not sure this was the best first look to give us, but now we have this. And I'll be honest, there's another full body look at this as well. I do think it looks better than what we saw before. I'll zoom in to give you guys a better look at this. It is definitely more form-fitting. Looks like it was made for her body type, so I think that that's an upgrade from what we saw before. But we know what this show is going to give us. We know that this show is going to focus completely on Batwoman's race, completely on Batwoman's sexuality. Not because we're just assuming, but because that's what they've already told us. And keep in mind that this is a show that ran one season, had horrific ratings, and had the lead actress quit already. That's how bad it was. You can see from the first episode, 1.8 million people tuning in. They got all the way down to just over 600,000. Nearly 2/3 of the audience left this show because it was just all about identity politics. It really was. From the very beginning, when we saw the advertisements for this show, they told us that it was all about identity politics, and it played out in the series. And we also have the first appearance of Ryan Wilder in the comics, which will further confirm that it will be a very much a politicized and political character. But before we do that, let's just take a look. Take a look at the casting. If you remember, the casting for Ryan Wilder right here. Ryan Wilder is about to become Batwoman. She's likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed. She's also nothing like Kate Kane, a woman who wore the Batsuit before her. With no one in her life to keep her on track, Ryan spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD and masking her pain with bad habits. Today, she lives in her van with her plant. A girl who would steal milk for an alley cat and could kill you with her bare hands. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter. Highly skilled, wildly undisciplined. Yeah, very dangerous, wildly undisciplined. An out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate, fallible, and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero. But keep in mind, out lesbian, that is very much what they want to portray in this. And it says here, new Batwoman lead Javicia Leslie honored to represent the Black and LGBTQ plus communities. Producers talk season 2. And also, again, we can go right here and show you what they were focused on when making the Batsuit. I know Caroline and I were talking about how important it is that if we're going to have a Black Batwoman, that she needs to be like a sister when she becomes Batwoman. It's important for her to feel like a silhouette of her could still look like that with natural textured hair and things like that. And when you go through these people in their comments, it is clear that they are very much completely focused on making the show all about the fact that she is a lesbian and all about the fact that she is Black, because that's all these people see. Even when she said yes, I'm very honored to do it. She didn't say I'm honored to be portraying the character with this history. I'm honored to be portraying a character for DC Comics. I'm a big comic book fan. No. What did she say? I'm extremely proud to be the first Black actress to play the role of Batwoman. And as a bisexual woman, I'm honored to join this groundbreaking show, which has been such a trailblazer for the LGBTQ plus community. Nothing about the history of DC, nothing about comic books, nothing about being a fan. No, just I'm Black and I'm gay, basically, is what she said. But I wanted to show you this Bounding in the Comics article because they just introduced Ryan Wilder for the first time into the comic book. This should give you an idea of what it'll be like. One thing ends, another begins indeed. Batgirl's ongoing series is coming to an end after almost 5 years with a giant-sized final issue. Can't believe they had 50 issues of this run on Batgirl. And true to the axiom, the finale is closing one door and opening another. In a first look, DC reveals they're introducing the CW's creation and new Batwoman, Ryan Wilder, to the comics. Usually this kind of thing waits, but they admit they're getting right into it. If you're curious to see when you might be seeing Wilder in the comics, the answer is pretty much right now. And take a look. I pulled up these panels. I want to zoom in so you guys can look at it as well. Oh, there's her van and her plant. My God, how fucking cringe. And she's speaking. They're turning this shelter into a neighborhood, into a boutique hotel. I'm good in my van. There's a pantry in mid-Gotham. They'll fix you up food-wise in the future should you have the need. And this is Batgirl speaking, or thinking. Kindness in action can make you see someone in a whole new light. It takes courage to start to name the change you want. Oh, look, it's Barbara Goody Two-Shoes Librarian Gordon you were waiting on. Hey, Ryan, I have so much potential for greatness, Wilder. Keeping clean, I see. You gonna load me down with self-help books? Because my van is kind of full. So they're very antagonistic. She's immediately acting as a snot-nosed bitch. Awesome. Babs, you know her? Let's go on to the next one. Ryan used to hole up in a library when she was younger. Read through everything. Took my coding class, too. Oh, she's very smart. Even though she's homeless and on the street, she's incredibly smart. Of course she is. Heads up, the GCPD is going hard on vagrancy because the protests. Wait till you see the protests. I'd hate to see you in jail. Maybe if Congresswoman Alejo spent less time promoting her dog park and more time on housing for the homeless, but she doesn't. And then, of course, this one here. After that introduction to Ryan Wilder, you have Barbara Gordon here at the protests as they're pulling down statues and protesting. What does Barbara Gordon say? Take the time to re-examine our heroes and maybe find new ones. I don't know if these protests will actually stop the gentrification of these neighborhoods, but who's to say what the best way to change things is? And there isn't one right way to do it? Oh, and is there one right way to do it? I became Batgirl on a whim, but once I donned the suit, there was no going back. It was a way to do some real good. But have I? And now she's standing interlocking hands with the protesters, bringing everything from the real world right to the comic books. And look at these masked people, basically Antifa, pulling down statues. Can you get more over the head with this? Can you get more on the nose with this? I don't think so, but we do have the new Black Batwoman to look forward to, and like I said, bringing us a little bit of a smile. I do think there's an improvement from the first one they showed, because this one is catered to her. However, I do feel like making the fact that you're black and you're a lesbian such a big part of your character, it's probably not going to go well in the long run. We'll see what happens for ratings. I think people just want to tune in for a good story. Personally, I don't think they really care what race and what sexuality their characters are until you start beating them over the head with it. And we know it's CW. It is the Arrowverse, and that's what they're going to do. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Again, I do think it's an upgrade. I think this suit looks a lot better. But the way this is going, the way they're advertising it, just spells even more woke than they were before. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.